Boom! Today we have some moves where you can attack from the front head position, then take the back, then choke them out with some even better moves. The moves shown today are extremely powerful, but they're also very stylish, so make sure you don't skip a single step if you want to be summoning people at your gym with these same moves. You'll most commonly end up in the front head when somebody tries to go for a takedown on you and they completely fail it because you sprawled out. We're going to make them pay for their bad shot by going for a few submissions after we get to a better position. We want to be able to completely cup their chin with our hand. With this grip, we'll be able to move their head around wherever we want it to go and they won't have any say in the matter. When our opponent is in a bad position, we never want to give them a second to rest. So the first attack we're going to go to is trying to take the back from the front head. To take the back, we first want to run away from the arm that we have control over with the tricep. We want to continuously drag the arm with us so we can clear a space for our knee to enter so we can move it past their arm to take the back. It's important that we get up on our toes so we have some better running speed, but we also don't allow them to grab our leg because our legs are too far away from them. Assuming we did the last move correctly, this allows us to go right into the razor choke, and the razor choke is a very speed dependent move. It works best when they don't have any time to react to you. Once we feel comfortable in our new attacking position, we want to pull the slack out of his lapel. This will reduce the time he has to react to any submissions that we're going to hit him with. Then we grab the lapel we just loosened with our right hand. We don't need to have the grip extremely tight this time because the next motion is going to tighten all of it up. We take our left hand and block the elbow, and then we're going to fall over his neck to the far side. The choke tightens as we fall down and our opponent has to immediately tap. If you're looking for a choke that your partner has absolutely no time to react to, this is the one for you. As soon as you make that falling motion, the choke goes on and it's hard to release the choke before they're tapping. Make sure you block the arm because you don't want them to try and post up and keep you above their shoulders. Falling down over their shoulders is what makes the choke so tight. You need to fall towards the far side so you can put your weight over their neck. Otherwise, they're going to throw you right over and you're going to land up in guard on bottom and look like a buffoon. Our next attack is a sneaky armbar, which a lot of people have been questioning because of my recent video with Brock Larson where he pulled it off on a much larger opponent.
Thank you!
Most people do not fall for the master bait of dangling your foot in front of their arm so they feel like they have to grab it. We generally have to rely on hand fighting to set this up. We want to be attacking his wrist, pulling it out away from him, and then we're going to feed his wrist to our foot. Once our heel catches their elbow, this allows us to pull the leg back. We can start to straighten it, but we want to be applying pressure with our hips forward, downwards on the elbow until we can get a tap from our opponent. They may try to roll you forward because their arm is captured and they want to escape this bad position. But remember that you have the crucifix, so you don't need to rush the technique. As long as you can maintain control over them, they won't have too many options of how to escape. This move mechanically is very simple, but it does require immaculate control, so make sure you work on controlling your opponent before going for the submission. Now maybe you have a fetish with the neck and you want to put them in Guillotine City. If that's the case, then front head is the best position where you can spam this move over and over and over. When we're in front of our opponent, we want to do the same thing by pulling their elbow, and then we're going to plant our knee down to the mat. We want them to think we're taking the back, and then we're going to quickly transition back to the guillotine. This move works best with constant momentum. Once my knee touches the mat and I can switch my hips, then I'm going to fall right back into the guillotine, going the opposite direction. The quick angle changes will catch them off guard, leaving some space under their neck and giving you an easy submission. I don't want to roll so hard that they flip over all the way to their back. This is going to give them more options on how they can escape. And if you're curious about the guillotine grip, this is what we're dealing with. I have my right elbow pinched down so he can't escape, and I'm also cupping his chin while pulling my wrist in. I use my outside hand to pull the fingers into his neck further, giving me a better choke. Now this move is called Guillotine City because I don't have to commit the first time I get here. I can reverse this position as many times as I want, constantly switching between their back and their neck. And the best part of this plan is...
no one can stop me.
Now for the last submission, we're going to be looking at the deep guillotine. The deep guillotine is best used when you've been riding their back for a while. You don't want to go back and out in front of them, but you do want to get the finish. Once we're behind them, we want to start lifting their chin up. My hand goes behind his neck exactly like the power half, but now I'm scooping the chin. I want to lift it up so I have an opening for my arm, and I'm sending the arm in deep, all the way through to his armpit, similar to an anaconda choke. The grip is nothing special, other than it's just extremely deep and you could always transition to the bicep if you wanted to. Make sure you fall on their head with your lat as your leg kicks over and you'll get a very easy submission. The deep guillotine and Guillotine City are both pretty similar, so if you can add these to your game, you'll have a very lethal force when you're attacking the neck. And that's all the moves we have for today. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. They take me a lot of time and energy to make these videos for you guys, so I appreciate any help that I can get from you, whether it be a comment, telling me how much you like the video, liking it, or sharing it with your friends on Reddit. Hopefully this helps out your front head offense and turtle offense game, and if it does, let me know. Thanks for watching, and thanks to all my current viewers and patrons. But before you go, if you want to look extremely stylish doing jiu-jitsu or other sports, then make sure to check out xmartial.com from my link in the description below, so you can get awesome gear like I have, and you can use promotion code Tyler10 to save extra money.